Yeah, it's MD Arsenal TV, and I'm back with another video. Tomorrow we've got a big game kicking off at 3 o'clock. Southampton. I don't take any game lightly as well. We need that win. We need them 3 points, and I think we will get it. And I'm glad. And you know what? I'm loving the fact that Mourinho played, so he's getting back into the team and integrating. And I'm hearing that obviously I just watched some stuff off YouTube recently, and Martin Odegaard is fighting to get back into the team as well. So his fitness is progressing. I think it's time for some youngsters to come in. I think it's time for Noweri to actually start. I'll be interested to see if that is actually the aspect and the way that the manager picks the team. And I'm just picking my starting 11. Raya, goal, straight in. Can't miss that goalkeeper playing off his. He's playing out his skin, and he's getting them clean sheets. He's going for that. He's going for that goalkeeper award again, which is great. And you know what? That's what I love. I've seen my club in the mud. And when you've got a back four in front and you've got a goalkeeper that solidifies that back four and commands that back four, and the way I'm just seeing him grow in confidence and actually coming out and getting crosses as well, and just taking them down and just wasting time, or he's just like basically grabbing them and distributing the ball just so we can go on counters quick. I like that. So yeah, Raya in goal. We've got a couple of injuries. So Timber, I'm gonna put Timber as right back, and I think he will play tomorrow. I honestly think he will. Tomiyasu's coming back from injury as well, which is another plus. But this guy can never. He just doesn't stay. He doesn't stay for a long period of time. Hopefully he can kick on and actually have an Arsenal career. If not, then summertime comes around. I think it's time to move Tomiyasu on, because if he can't stay fit, he can't stay fit. Another player I expect to be moved on as well is Tierney. Tierney, I think his time at Arsenal is definitely going to be going down. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Zinchenko leaves in the summer as well. So that's a lot of people off the books with big wages, and then we get other people to come in, which, yeah. Anyway, forget that. Timber, right back. You got Gabriel Saliba, obviously, centre-back pairing. Calafiori, I like it. I think he still needs to settle. He's adapting. He does too much, but I like it because he's fiery and he's up for the challenge and he's up for that. I kind of like it, man. I love his attitude. It's nice to see somebody that wants to just play for the badge, fire, desire, put all his heart into it. And that Man City goal, whoa. Yeah, this guy is going to be something for us in the future, as long as he can stay fit as well. That's another thing. I would try. You've got options now because Partey can play protecting the defence. You've got Rice that can play protecting the defence. And then left-hand side centre mid has to be, for me, it has to be Mourinho. He has to play against Southampton. I want to see his qualities, and he is a quality player. I want to see him in left centre mid. I want to see other. I would personally like to see Rice as the CDM, and then Noweri. I would actually like to see him there. Saka on the right, all day, every day. Havertz up front, and then Martinelli on the left. I feel like Martinelli needs a little bit of a more boost, and I think he'll get that from the left centre mid side. Now Mourinho is back as well. I feel like he needs to have a little partnership with him so he can feed him as much. When Odegaard comes back, this team is going to be absolutely stupid, because you're going to have Mourinho on the left, Odegaard on the right, and then you can put Declan Rice or Partey in the midfield. I think it will be Rice personally, and then you will see that Arsenal team kick on. Realistically, I think it's going to be an absolute disgusting. I think it's going to be a nasty 11. And that's how I think everything will play out. I don't think Mourinho and Rice will switch on the left hand side. I think you'll see Rice in his destroyer position, and Mourinho has defensive capabilities as well, and it will allow Odegaard, and Odegaard, he's a workhorse, he always comes back in defence anyway, so you will, I think and he picks the ball up from deep, so I think that's going to be the starting 11. The starting 11 for this game is what I've said. I said, I'd like Noweri to start, I'd like Rice to be in the defensive position, the 6, and then I would like obviously to play the 8, I would like basically Mourinho to play on that left-hand side. That's the positions I would like to see moving forward for the Southampton game. But I'm guessing, I think that I don't take any game lightly, and I don't put any team down just because it's Southampton. They played really well this season. They just haven't had the results. They are in a bad position at the moment as well. So, but that's the dog in you. When you're in a bad position, you're willing to fight for every single point just to stay up. And Southampton's caused us a lot of situations back in the past. So I'm hoping for an Arsenal. I'm going to say it's going to be a free... I'm going to go with chess and say 4-0. I'm actually going to go with chess and say 4-0. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. 4-0. I don't see us losing this game. Personally, I do not. I can't see that. And that's no disrespect to Southampton. I just don't think we're a different team now. And I like the tactics that we're bringing. We used to be a team that played lovely football against teams. And then that was it. It was literally beautiful football played. And don't get me wrong, I've seen the best goals scored from Arsenal. But Mikel Arteta is actually starting to adapt so many different ways that we play against teams. We don't care if you have the ball. Come and press us and see if you can break down our defence. If you can't break down the defence, we hit you on a counter. Or we play possession football and we high press. I'm loving all this. I'm loving the styles of play at the moment, and I could not lie. And you know what? I used to go to every single game that I used to watch, and I'm an avid fan. I'm always going to back the team, but I used to be a bit worried when it comes to the big games. I'm not worried anymore. That back 4, including the goalkeeper, is absolutely ridiculous. The front line needs to start clicking. Once the front line start clicking, it's going to be long for teams, because that's how good and how confident I am as an Arsenal fan. I'm not big-headed. I'm not arrogant. I'm not saying that teams can't come onto us and beat us. They just have to play better. And that's not been the case as an Arsenal fan for a long period of time. From 2016 onwards, and we've seen some dreadful football. 20 years we haven't won a league. So I've seen dreadful players. And I'm more confident now than ever. And the last 2 seasons have helped that. I know we haven't won. I'm not saying that we're going out there and we're like... I'm not comparing us to Real Madrid. Forget all of that palaver and all of that chat. I just think that we've got a really good defence. And defence wins titles. And then all we need is the midfield, which will come back because there's been a couple of injuries. But when they come back, we'll see how we roll. And I think it will be a very good midfield. And then the front line just has to click. And then in the summer, I expect Arsenal to actually sign. But I want them to sign a striker that wants to play for the badge. I don't want to just go out for a named striker just because they're banging goals in. I want players to come in that want to play for Arsenal. Because if you look at all the recruitment and all the players that we've actually brought in, they want to play for the badge. And look how much passion's in the team because of it. So much. It's actually lifted us as a fan base. We've got Calafiori wanted to come to Arsenal. Mourinho wanted to come to Arsenal. Trossard wanted to come to Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's Sterling, obviously he's alone, wanted to come to Arsenal. So it's a nice feeling when you've got players that actually want to play for the badge and play for the team. And you can see it out there. The togetherness from the players is amazing. So, yeah, and you know what? I feel like one player needs to have a couple of goals in this game as well. That's big man Saka, our star boy. I want him to start getting on the score sheet because there's a lot of doubts from people saying that he's not doing what he's doing. Look at his assists. So he's still putting stats up there. And this time, okay, he hasn't got as many goals this season, but he's still putting assists up, and he has a goal to his name as well. But I just want him to get a little boost of confidence and get a few goals behind his belt. And people will say it's stat padding and whatever. It's our star boy. I'm always going to be behind Bukayo Saka. I love him to bits. He's one of our own. Especially since we've lost a few players that were in the academy as well. But yeah, we move. I'm saying... I said 4-0. 4-1. I say 4-1. That's what I say. But hopefully we can keep a clean sheet, especially with the defence. Anyway, it's MD Arsenal TV. I'll be doing a watch along at 3 o'clock tomorrow, watching the game. So you'll be able to see all the stress on my chest. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Anyway, forget all of that palaver. I'm out of here. And you know what? Have a blessed Friday, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. Peace.